Okay, wait. Okay, there we go. There's my voice. So wait, how would they hear my voice twice, if whether I'm on stage or in a call?
Because everything I hear in my ears from Discord will also go through Twitch, which will come back through Discord a second time.
Uh, But like how? But like, wouldn't that happen anyway in a VC if we're in like a VC? Whether or not
Uh,
we're on stage or in a like
oh,
wouldn't
you
this
know
happen
what? I think
regardless?
if I hold up, I should be able to just when the stream comes up. I think if I mute it, we'll be okay inside of the stage here in Discord. So I should be able to
Okay.
right-click mute and deafen. Okay, I want to see if I can join them. They did put the password in Tourney chat, I believe.
Oh, this is smart. All right, and then
Multiplayer maps and modes
maps
have
have updated.
changed.
Yay!
Ah. Well, that just means we're right on time.
Shout out to Andy with his coffee crisp. Although they were saying you put the wrong teams in the announcement.
What announcement?
The announcement you made.
Isn't it the one where the game plays Splatoon badly versus Krill vibes?
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, they were saying. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Yeah. So it's fuck. Where'd it go? I lost it. What was it? What was the password? Was
3131.
okay. Hopefully they don't start without me. Just let me know when we're live or when to start
We
saying hi.
are live.
Alright, well.
So there's getting a little bit of a behind the scenes sneak peek right here. That's all.
Yeah. Great start. I love it. Alright, welcome. Alright, is your
Okay,
chat
so you
being
got
flooded?
Krill
Is it
here.
do we start the welcoming party?
Looks like I see Hammy Squid in chat. She's talking. Outside of that, I'm not too familiar with Stream Elements, so we're just going with it.
All right, welcome everyone to week 2 of the DOS Tourney. I'm great, joined to me by the lovely man Pickle. We are competent commentators, as you can tell.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely not beginners in any sort of regards. We are strictly professionals, and that is exactly what you can expect from us today.
Speaking of expecting, we got the one where the game plays Splatoon badly versus Krill vibes. How excited are you for this today, Pickles?
Pretty excited. I did a little bit of playing against Krill vibes. I've been seeing a lot of good work from them lately. Also recently matched up against the one where the game plays Splatoon badly recently. So I'm pretty excited to see how these matches turn out. It should be a good one, I'm thinking.
First up is Tower Control and Museum Delfino. So let's see how both teams do against this in these week 2 maps.
All right, we got the team starting to ready up. Looks like the one where the game plays Splatoon badly is getting going pretty good. Must be talking a little bit of strats on Team Alpha, but I'm sure we'll be getting to that very shortly here. Great. What's your favorite part of this match or this map coming up? What's your favorite part of the museum?
Oh man, I love the spinners. I think it's a very dynamic gameplay that you don't see on any other map. Like, the little spinners turn as the tower moves. Unlike, the other game modes where they just move around sporadically or throughout the whole game. So it does have that dynamic element to it that you don't really see anywhere else.
That is true, and plus, taking advantage of the spinners or even the tower as it's coming by. Sometimes you get a sneaky jump off into what's called a bunker commonly. That's that little area off to the side. Near checkpoint number 2, I believe, is what's going to be in this. And here we go.
Go. And here we go.
Full screen.
Oh, they both have both teams having matching icons. You love to see it. Or banners in it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit jealous. That's something I got to work on with my team.
All right, we got Tristringer, Splash Neo, Tenditech, and Krakon Roller against a 96 Echo, Hydra, Dual Squadrons, and another T-Tech.
Alpha Chaos going for the hard flank, whereas the one with the game plays Splatoon badly, all coming in through the center. Unfortunately, that flank didn't seem to work.
Yeah, Hydra goes down, but he does get caught in the process. Krill vibes taking that, going in his bell. Or I'm sorry, that was Toe Game.
Oh, yes, that's right, Togen. That would be much easier for me to refer to. Right now, TOWTG on the tower getting their instructs out, trying to make sure he gets the first checkpoint without any
Splash is
issue.
down. And they
That's
get past that
checkpoint
first
1.
checkpoint. They have nice control of mid at the moment. Let's see if they can continue their assault. Tiger playing like pretending he's a Nautilus right now. He likes to do that.
That is very interesting. Very aggressive play from Hydra for sure. Typically, you expect to see that kind of stuff on the tower, holding it down while the rest of the team pushes up. But clearly, this strat is definitely working for them.
And then TOWTG has a crash to see their pop up. Ooh, they don't.
Oh, just out of time. So close to getting that out. That's going to end TOWTG's push. It is now in the hands of Krill Vibes.
Yeah. The T-Tech fighting strong. Ooh, they gotta jump it to see how it works out. And yeah.
See, definitely a little bit of carnage coming out here. It's a little bit of mess as the teams try to fight for control of this again.
Go Vibes starting their retaliation, taking nice control of mid. But right now, you can see how Price Strike coming out on their side.
We'll see if that can knock out some of their team. Unfortunately, it looks like it didn't do it, but maybe that was enough to push him back. We will see.
We'll see. Alright. And 3v3 now. Krill Vibes taking the tower back. Price Strike coming
Chasm
back.
with the strike. Oh, and they go down. That's going to make it easy, especially with that Booyah Bomb coming out to get cleared. That might be a chance for TOWTG to hop back on and take it.
Yeah, nice job of the Booyah Spark was able to take up the Tower Rider. And then that Booyah to make sure no one else gets on. Very nice play by both teams. Ooh, and down by the Tri-Stringer.
Ooh, and Honey Lemon, she is a menace with that Tri-Stringer too. I went up against her a couple weeks ago in scrims, and let me tell you, her gameplay, her style, it is definitely trouble. You cannot stand still anywhere, or you can be sure you're going to be dead very quickly.
Absolutely. You gotta respect the backline, especially when they have good aim. Fuel Sparker's going for the flank. Let's see if it works out for them. But I think they're caught by the Tri-Stringer.
And here it looks like Krill Vibe is pushing up ahead, trying to get that territory nailed down so the tower has an easier slide in.
Ooh,
but Abyss takes down Honeyland.
Yeah. Price Strike going out, defending themselves on the tower. Just in play.
Definitely might have come in a little bit enough time, but
raid by both P-Techs.
And the tower is once again in contention.
Yeah, the game is still in TOWTG's favor. Let's see if they can extend their lead. Two specials on the TOWTG now. Let's see if they can capitalize.
And here comes the Kraken. Now, we've been seeing a little bit of Kraken gameplay coming on recently in the tournament. Definitely, especially with tower control. Trying to get that Kraken cheese. Trying to sink these towers into the next checkpoints. Unfortunately, that's the bad thing about Kraken is it only lasts for so long.
Yeah, sooner or later that invincibility does go away. Pressure down by the Booyah.
Ooh, maybe seeing a little bit of dexterity error with the Hydra, but they are back on. They're going to keep themselves safe from that burst bomb. Shuttle bomb, excuse me.
I won't say that's 630 error. I just think Prime the tower is harder in this game.
There's definitely a few moments, especially when it starts lifting off the ground, where just exactly isn't the easiest to.
Yeah. Okay. 1 minute left to give this lead. Let's see if they can do it.
A little bit of bomb trading back and forth, a little bit of safer play. Trying not to get splattered and sent back to base, but they really need this push to go off here.
Yeah. Price Strike going out. Ooh, 1 down.
You got about 20 seconds left in this match.
On the checkpoint. Alright, now if Krill Vibes can reach their checkpoint, that would be game for them. But and then Andy sees them.
Oh, and that's that bunker that I'm talking about. You can take that path from spawn, or if you're on the offense, you can jump there from tower. That's a very tricky situation when you're dealing with someone up there.
And that's it. That's game 1 for TOWTG.
That was very close. First win goes to TOWTG.
Nice. Nice back and forth. I love to see it.
Alright, looks like we got the score counter working. Perfect.
Nice. Oh, and Abyss did not get the memo to undulate.
But I've been hearing that's a bit of a hot topic. Some people really like the undulator, some people can't stand it.
Yeah, I think it's disgusting, but like let's go back to classic dabbing, I say.
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of like it because of how disgusting it is.
Next up for game 2, it is going to be Rainmaker Undertow. How you feeling about this game?
Well, I can tell you right now off the bat that Undertow being one of my favorite maps, maybe controversially, I'm definitely excited to see how this one plays out. Sometimes it can be very tough going for that right side checkpoint. You've got people up on glass looking down at you. You've got people from base looking over the edge. Very difficult to score that one. A lot of times we'll see a quick switch going off to the left or vice versa. We'll see what kind of decisions they make in the moment here. Now, great. What are your thoughts on this stage? Are you a fan?
I'm indifferent. It's a little too linear for my liking, but what I see is each team going for the left checkpoint and then using that little corner bank to go around instead of pushing through the little pit area or the little valley area, I like to call it. I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. Hopefully.
Oh yeah. Or if not, we'll just see it in action, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I can say that, especially with tower control, probably one of the better modes for this map. I know a lot of times glass is pretty controversial for how impressive it can be when you have a backliner looking over it. But tower control, they removed that, makes space for the tower, pushes the backlines a little bit further back, and makes them just a little bit more exposed.
Well, lucky for these teams, they're not playing tower, they're playing Rainmaker.
That is true. Wow. That's something I should probably check on. Oh, yep. That is cool. But you know what is also really good on Rainmaker, and let me tell you why. And here we go. But you know what?
Professionalism.
That might work sometime later in the tournament when that stage mode comes up. We already know Pickle's thoughts.
Alright, Honey Lemon switching to alright, we got a heavy P-Tech dualies and a junior against a Tri-Nouveau, Nautilus, custom dual soldier, and another Tech. Let's see how this works out closely. Pro Vibes going for the pop.
This is going to be a very back and forth game. We're seeing a lot of, at least not inefficient weapons on each side. So we're not going to see a very one-sided game when it comes to that. It's going to come down a lot to the skills of these players, a lot to the splats that they can maintain.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Togen getting a lot of early splats early on, and then grabbing
the Rainmaker. Now, this can oftentimes be a very quick checkpoint one, but they've got to make it fast because Krill Vibes can come at any second, and just in time they make that checkpoint.
And just like I said, they're going for that left, and they're probably going to bank around that little right area to get some little extra money. We'll see.
Now, this area can always be a little tricky, since you can't ink here. It leaves you very exposed, so if you can get as far as they are right now, sometimes,
so
very close. Sometimes you get that cheeky quick win, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, opting to go through the pit of death rather than banking around that corner. But, you know, it didn't work out, as they only have 7 points left remaining.
And I can tell you right now, because of that 7 points, Krill Vibes is feeling the pressure. At this point, it's almost dunk or die.
Yeah, oh, and they lost to Rainmaker right there to Captain IHOP. Very, very aggressive. Now he has an actual almost. So, let's see how it works out for him.
Let's see here, with the Nautilus, we see Object Shredder, so we can almost guarantee we're going to see that Nautilus trying to shred these bubbles as fast as they can for their team. That's going to give them a pink advantage, potentially some splats, and make it a little more defensible, so that way they can continue clearing out the area before they grab the Rainmaker and run.
And there's the wipeout for the Tow gang.
Now this is going to be their chance. They're going to have to make a really hard push here if they want to score fast. Otherwise, it's back to the grind.
Well, they already have a big lead and right through the checkpoint. Pro Vibes still has to break theirs.
Ooh,
so, like,
unfortunate bomb there. Seeing a few more go down. Right now it's 2 versus 2. People spawning back in. The Rainmaker's still out. 40 seconds left.
Ooh, and then Price was capitalizing the tunnel vision. Goes down with a little bomb, but he was able to. But while teammates were targeting the Rainmaker, he was able to capitalize by shooting everyone else, which is a great play by him. Ooh, Crab Tank coming out for Krill Vibes.
Ooh, and that's very underrated. A lot of times, people might not consider that. You can certainly pump ink into the bubble, but by killing the enemy team as they're shooting the bubbles, that can also give you just as big, if not of a bigger advantage.
Absolutely. Alright. Krill vibes with the Rainmaker. Let's see if they can break checkpoint in this push. Ooh, and they stopped by TOWTGPSB once again and into the attack. And another wipeout!
Wow. TOWTGPSB going to town, just clearing house. Unfortunately, still not able to get that push into the final checkpoint, but they're definitely making sure it doesn't get any close to Riggs.
They're going to keep pushing as hard as they can. That's for sure. Ooh, Tactical out. That means, like, the Rainmaker dies, they're coming back instantly. Just
that is
for them,
true.
they're being targeted a lot.
And you know, Tactical is such an underrated special, and especially
It is.
People don't realize when you have a Tactical out, you running the Rainmaker, grab a soda, that does fluctuate your speed. It does make you go faster, swim faster, you run faster, and especially with a weapon like this where you're constantly charging, those can be huge booms to have.
Ooh, and I don't know if you just saw, but the Krill vibes almost broke the checkpoint, but unfortunately got stopped right at the edge. That's
super
quite
close.
unfortunate.
That's always a nail-biting moment when that happens.
Absolutely. It's always heartbreaking to see. Ooh, don't retreat, Rainmaker. You can't do that. Don't retreat.
Well, you can see we got about 45 seconds left, even less time on this Rainmaker. So, unfortunately, in this case, stalling out is not going to be an option. And down goes the Rainmaker.
Oh, no, that was the duelist. My mistake, folks. The Junior going for that hard flank on the Rainmaker. 35 seconds left.
This is going to be it. It's going to be an now or never for Krill vibes. They're going to have to get that quick checkpoint, keep that safe, try to smash it into the final checkpoint.
Absolutely. Come down to the wire. Both teams making very good trades. Each other off
15
for
seconds left in the match.
Alright. Well, now it's a minute.
Ink Strats coming out. We've got one more bubble on the side of Krill vibes, and they have the Rainmaker.
Oh,
just lost it.
And if they don't pop it, they're going to grab it in the next 2 seconds. That is game. Oh,
and that's game. Match number 2 goes to TOWTGPSB.
Now, last week I want to say Krill vibes was able to win all 4 games, but TOWTGPSB lost all 4. Do you think TOWTGPSB is going to get the revenge by going 4-0 on a team that went 4-0 last week?
We'll see. We've definitely been seeing a lot of improvements from both sides from these teams.
Oh, Abyss got the memo. She got.
Oh, what was that? Abyss got the memo, you said?
Miss got the memo. She's undulating now. Alright.
And you know, we always talk about you got to be able to adapt right in the middle of things on the fly. And we can clearly see it. That also applies to, what is it, your emotes at the end?
Yeah. Also, I'm being asked to turn, for both of us to turn our mics up a bit.
Okay. Let me turn the game audio down a little bit. We might be having a little bit too much coming through.
Yeah, I'm also scream yelling because I also have people inside here as well.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Alright, so next up we were looking at Clan Blitz on Umami. Umami being one of the newer maps next to Manta Marina. How are you feeling about the new maps this season?
Manta Maria, let me tell you, I hate it.
You hate it?
I'm the only one that does. Everyone loves this map, but you know what? It's a difficult map to play on.
Alright, well,
you got a lot of sharp edges, a lot of close verticality. I almost think it's harder than Flounder.
Alright, well, luckily that's not till Game 5, but for Game 3, playing Umami, how do you feel about Umami?
Umami, definitely fun. It's as flavorful as Umami is itself. It's a super fun stage. We've got this desert-like background. Very fun things that you don't often see in the other maps. We've got Dome. We've got the pits off to the side. Don't often see those used. And then a very large platform in the middle. There's not too much like it currently out there.
There isn't. Alright. Oh, hey. Sorry. Alright, TOWTGPSB with the first pick on the Krill Vibes T-Tech. That's a good start. With them. Oh, and then another trade. Ooh, Abyss going in, getting 2. And she had the plan and her score. Ooh, early points scored by the TOWTGPSB. You love to see it.
And especially getting past that 20 points mark, that is huge.
That is.
You definitely want to do that on each one of your pushes, because every time you score just 20 and let the basket close, that gives the enemies a power clan that allows them a chance to get a 20 back. So to make it worth your while, you're almost always better off going with
And
at least an extra claim on top.
Absolutely, and then that push is stopped with a wipeout. Good defense by Krill Vibes. Let's see if they can pick it up. Ooh, nice flank by the was it the 96? No, that's the 52. Oh, close.
We're seeing a couple of good picks here. They are right up into the basket. We might see some scoring here.
Might see some scoring. I think they're trying to first claim it. Okay, there they go.
There goes one in the basket. Now they've got to keep TOWTG off. It looks like they're doing. Oh, unfortunately, they got the wipeout.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That just means they got to come back all the much stronger the next time. Make sure they get past that 45-point mark.
Yeah. Although TOWTG with another power climb already is. Let's see if they can score again. Fortunately, TOWTG had a bigger push than Krill Vibes, so let's see if Krill Vibes can come back with another push of their own though to make up for it.
You see that there is no shortage of clams on the side of TOWTG. I believe I just saw they had 3 power clams at once going at the same time. It looks like Krill Vibes taking them down. Maybe that extra location information helping them hunt them down. But
Maybe.
it seems like Krill Vibes is almost starting to come back.
Krill Vibes coming back. Unfortunately, they lose 3. Oh, I think that's a soft wipe for them. Oh, that's a full wipe now. TOWTG just playing defense as hard as they possibly can.
Yeah, and outside of this first push that we saw, we're seeing a very even game between the two. A lot of trades back and forth, a lot of territory going one way than the other.
Absolutely. Very back and forth. It looked like, sorry. Looks like Krill Vibes and both teams actually thought they'd make another power play of their own. Let's see if this push goes. Oh, Nautilus goes down and there's 6 clamps. And now Krill Vibes has a play on their own. 3v3 at the moment. Let's see. Krill Vibes push through and the ball carrier goes down and it's another wipe for the TOWTG. TOWTG getting a lot of wipes.
There's more wipes in this match than you see in a public bathroom on a Monday.
Exactly. You know what? My thoughts exactly. I couldn't put it better than myself.
I mean, isn't that what we're all thinking?
Yeah.
Trading bombs back and forth. That's usually public bathrooms on a Tuesday.
Ooh, Kraken coming out. Ooh, good dodges by the Junior, avoiding that Kraken.
Alright, and we see Bubblegum completely avoiding them, going on the rail, getting out of the way, while still gaining space towards the goal.
Ooh, and then stopped by a bomb as they're trying to push. I will say, TOWTG has amazing defense. Oh, but I say, that was unfortunate.
That is true. And due in part, partially, and maybe I'm a little bit biased to that 96 Deco. I mean, I'm not saying it's my favorite weapon, but it might be my favorite weapon. And let me tell you, you get a splash wall out, and with that range, you can hold down a lot of territory. You combine that with the Knot and a couple other weapons,
and
that's going to be hard to get in.
And this time they're on offense, and they are capitalizing and scoring.
Oh man, if we keep seeing more clams being thrown in, if they keep this basket open, that could be a very close game. Or very close to the end here. Oh, but the wipeout. Krill Vibes has 25 seconds to make a move. They've got to do something quick here if they want to get the win.
They're going to need a big push. They're going to have to utilize that pity and then go with this thing.
And let me tell you, big pushes, that's something that I usually see reserved for Wednesdays at work, public bathroom.
I see that more in the hospital where mothers are giving birth for the first time, but you know, that's my own now. Ooh. And then
that could be the end of it.
Yeah, that looked like that's a soft wipe.
See that football bouncing back and forth, but Krill Vibes looks like they might be unable to get back. This might expire.
3, 2, 1.
And the match goes to TOWTG.
Nice 3-0. Oh, also, shout out to 3Tune who says your stream overlay is A+.
Oh, sweet, thank you. Actually took it as a secret side project for myself. Didn't even ask anybody. I was just like, hey, I made this. What do y'all think? Decided to slap it in, and it's been a lot of fun. Actually, my first overlay I ever made.
I think it came out perfect.
Well, thank you.
All right, Game 4, Splat Zones Mahi. Is this going to be? Are we looking at a 4-0 for the one where the game plays Splatoon badly, or is Krill Vibes going to come back with their reverse sweep?
And you know, and we saw this during one of the matches last week. We had one team going 3-0 nonstop. Suddenly, fourth game, things turned around. I don't know if they had a pep talk or if they had a team comp change with their weapons. Something happened, and the story completely flipped. The team that was the underdog suddenly came on top, won 4 straight games in a row, taking the set home.
Absolutely. It's be very interesting to see by both games. Krill Vibe's gonna have to put it together.
So great, let me ask
you.
You're on Krill Vibes. You're seeing the matches going this way. What's your first thought on things that you might change?
I think they're doing really well. I feel like I haven't seen Bubblegum on that roller. She was very devastating with it last week. I'm surprised I haven't seen her do much today. But
maybe
I feel
that's
like
something we'll have to maybe focus on Bubblegum a little bit during this match, because I can tell you, during our scrims, Bubblegum, I think that name popped up more than any other name for kills against me.
Also, I think they need to look out for Abyss. Abyss has been killing them left and right. So I feel like that's a high, plus Captain IHOP. Like those two are devastating together.
That's true, and especially if they're putting out all that ink output, that's going to make it a lot harder for a roller to get in. With this being Mahi Mahi Resort, Bubblegum might have to rely on some of these sharp corners, some of these obstacles to shark, maybe pop in to get a couple of splats, and that's really going to help the team if they can get that done.
Absolutely. But but I don't want to discount the rest of TOWGame. They're putting their work into like Narumi with the flanks, and then you got Witterjock with the make sure the team has enough paint in the ground. Like these, like they're like someone they must have gave themselves a good pep talk from last week where they went 0-4.
Absolutely, we're seeing some good gameplay from both, regardless.
Absolutely. All right,
match 4 Splat Zones Mahi. Here we go. Teams are spawning in. Seeing a little bit of a change. We see a Zimmy on the one side and a gold arrow spray on the other.
Yeah, double flatling by Krill Vibe. That's something you don't see every day. But either way, we have a heavy T-Tech Zimmy in a custom junior with a gold arrow spray, hybrid, full exposures, and another T-Tech.
Now, interestingly enough, I've seen some analysis on X-Rank battles and how the game views some of the different weapons. Interestingly, they put the mini Splatling and the Zimmy in the same range as the long-range shooters. So maybe that's why we're seeing 2 Splatlings. One to play a little bit more support, get some bubbles, get some ink out there. One to really hold the line.
Booyah coming in.
And that's going to be a quick cap.
Yes, absolutely.
And it switches right back.
Absolutely. Krill Vibe's not giving up. They don't want to go. They don't want to go 0-4. They want to keep going.
We're seeing a lot of torpedoes coming out from Bubblegum. This custom junior, this is going to be a really difficult thing for TOWGame to deal with. Those torpedoes, those can reach quite a far distance, and they can really be a trouble for people in the background.
Oh, Krill comes with the lead.
And just like we saw last week, are we going to see it again, where the team that's gone 0-3 makes a huge comeback? We'll see.
Let's see. Oh, like TOWGame pushing forward. They want that forward up.
Definitely seeing a few trades around the middle here. It's definitely going back and forth.
Absolutely. But that's not for Mahi. It's small enough where like both teams are able to keep pushing forward as hard as they can.
That is true. Seeing the ink strike come off from Krill Vibes.
Ooh, but the arrow spray just keeps pinging up. You're like, doing all the jam, making sure he gets all those booyahs.
That is true. Seeing a lot of work just trying to get that zone kept maintained, making sure that Krill Vibes doesn't come in and take it back over. That said, now in their possession, see if they can hold it.
Oh man, I'm on the edge of my seat here, folks.
We're seeing Kelp Chaos on top of the barrier. That's one of my favorite spots on this match. A lot of people don't expect it a lot of the times. That gives you a great range up over the middle billboard sign and off to the sides.
Absolutely. Honey Lemon just making good work of that little spot right there. Well, I don't think that's Honey Lemon. I think that's someone else holding on.
We see TOWGame trying to get that Booyah Bomb in there, trying to get that quick cap, giving the punishment points to Krill Vibes. Didn't exactly work out this time.
Absolutely.
We've seen a lot of action going on the left. Splatling versus Splatling, and Hydra wins apparently.
And then Togang getting tired of that Zimmy just camping that little bird, just double team him, climbing up.
I couldn't talk about that dip and dodge from Top Chaos. Not that one in the water, but that one before, dodging out of bounds, going back in from the side around the barrier. Very good movement from them.
I'm sure he's been practicing that for a good while. Ooh, and a wipeout.
Got a minute 40 seconds left in the game. Maybe about 50, 40 seconds left on the clock for Togang for their timer countdown.
Yeah. Ooh, Booyah coming out. You're not able to get it, and then gets punished for it.
And that gives them the quick cap. Make sure that stays in their control.
Penalty gone for the Togang. Let's see. We got like 15 seconds left to keep the zone painted.
This is it, folks. Krill Vibes really needs to get this cap to give them the punishment points and get back in the game.
Oh, and
they do it.
That's it. They do it. Let's see if they can keep the zone painted for as long as they can. They have that 12-second penalty, but it looks like they're about to break it.
And they are now in the black, as they say in finance. Krill Vibes getting the countdown. They very well could hold this well enough and take this match. They're going to have to cling on to it for dear life.
Right. Oh, and the tri-strike takes the zone. But the Krill Vibes gets it back instantly. But now they have a 30-second penalty they have to deal with before they can start getting points again.
It does make it a very close match. We can see that as their penalty points go down, they're actually almost kind of in the lead at this point. Almost.
Ooh, they lost control, and there comes another Booyah. Oh, and then the Hydra. Can't punish the Hydra, but... Yo, trying to keep his own hand. They do, but here comes another tri-strike.
Strike? Alright.
Oh, and then Togang with... Oh, can Krill Vibes attack in 3 seconds too?
Oh, the flank gets the heavy splatling, and that is match. All 4 matches go to Togang tonight.
Ooh. Nice job to both teams. I'd say round of applause. They both tried their hardest. That was
absolutely
a good
round of applause for all involved. That was some great matches that we saw today.
Absolutely.
But Captain IHOP, I'm calling you out. You're taking my sportscaster shirt right now. I'm wearing that. Better not taking that off my back.
He stole it. He said it's mine now.
All right. Well, that was Week 2 match versus Krill Vibes versus the one where the gang plays Splatoon badly. Ironically, that team came out on top tonight, and we see them taking home another win.
I'm going, as a TO, I'm going to that team and telling them to change their name. They played really well tonight.
That is true. Or they're going to have to appreciate it for its ironicness, because that is definitely some good gameplay that we saw. And from Krill Vibes too, we saw a lot of back and forth action. They were really hanging on and really putting them through their paces. Unfortunately, it seems like it just wasn't enough to take the set home.
Unfortunately, but it was nice because, like, again, this team went 0-4 last week, and then coming back this week going 4-0. That's a beautiful thing to see. Like, I think they made it well, and especially against a team that went 4-0 last week as well. Like, I think that they've made remarkable improvements.
Definitely some good matches that we're going to see. Later on in the week, we have a few more matches coming up. Let me pull up the server to see what we have going.
Are they?
My mouse. There we go.
Both teams are meeting in Tourney General VC. Shall we go invade and say GG? Tell them they both played really well.
Sure, we can do that. Then we'll pop off stream and let them take it home.
All right.
First game off, museum was so close.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, that tower.
That was super close.
Wow.
Hey, I just want to say GG's to both teams right there. That was some good ass game, especially that game 4. That was a really good nail biter.
Yeah, there was a lot of good action going back and forth. Definitely gave us a lot on the sportscaster side.
I hope you guys were nice in the...
We were nice.
Okay. My mother-in-law was watching.
I hope I was nice. I was just kind of flapping my lips and going with it, but, you know, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure it's all good. I'm sure it's all good.
Oh, I feel bad then because there was some mild swearing. Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's
All right,
fine.
so here's
It's
an
fine.
important question.
Hopefully they can appreciate my poop jokes.
How many sponsorships were there?
Oh shoot! Thanks for reminding me. This stream is sponsored by Coffee Crisp. Not
Oh no!
legally-
Fuck off.
Hell yeah. How do you like your coffee?
Oh my god.
And for those of you who understand how coffee and poop go together, I salute
Oh
you.
dear lord.
Oh my gosh.
But with that, that's a wild pickle and great. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see y'all around. Thanks,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Gee.